What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Talk with Chinn podcast. Today we have a lot of fun topics and a little fun game to play. So without further delay, let's jump right into it. But first, let's introduce everybody. I'd like to introduce here JC Replays. Replays, would you like
What's up,
to
everyone?
hello?
How's
And then,
everyone
of
doing?
course,
That's the real
we
Slim
have
Shady.
Chinn. Okay.
And it goes, I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady, or you.
And Chinn, would you like to say hello?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Alrighty. And without further ado, we're going to kind of flip everything up a little bit here. We're going to actually hand this over to Chinn again at the start, and me and Replays are going to play a little game of guessing tight end.
All right, everybody. So this is going to be something Andy's going to handle in the future. I'm just starting it out this week. We're going to do a new segment where I'm going to quiz these guys on tight ends. We're going to say, who would you rather have? I'm going to say the name of two unknown players that's going to appear on their screen. And they're going to have to guess whether would they rather have tight end A or tight end B. And then after they say who they'd rather have, I'm going to give them two guesses each to try to guess who these people are before I reveal them. So it's this tight end edition this week. We're going to do defensive ends, safeties, corners, wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks over the next several weeks. And this is going to be fun, okay? All right. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the first one. Okay, we have tight end A. He had 47 receptions, 55 targets, 474 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Y'all got that? I can send y'all that right now. Or y'all have tight end B, who had 44 receptions, so he had 3 less receptions than tight end A. He had 75 targets, though. So he had 20 more targets, though, for 3 less receptions. He had 448 receiving yards, so about 30 yards less. And he had 2 touchdowns versus the other guy had 4 touchdowns. Okay? Who would you all rather have, tight end A or tight end B?
I'm going to take tight end A.
All right.
I'm going to take tight end B.
Tight end B? All right. Can y'all give me a guess on who these players are?
I can take a guess for tight end B. I'm thinking it is Mark Andrews.
All right. Good guess. I respect it.
Sam Laporta?
All right. All right. So now one more guess. All right. This time, Replays, I need you to guess for tight end A. Andy, you guess for tight end B. All right. Who wants to go first?
What was his receptions?
You need a guess for tight end B, right?
Yeah, B.
He had 44 receptions, 75 targets, 448 yards, and 2 touchdowns. JC guessed Mark Andrews.
What's the dude on the Dolphins?
Jonnu Smith.
Well, he's
Yeah.
not. You want to guess?
Well, he's not on.
That's incorrect.
Well, was.
All right,
Now,
so tight end B is Dalton Kincaid. Yeah.
Ooh.
Who would have thought he had a lot of targets last year, but I don't know if they was like uncatchable balls or whatever, but he had a terrible 2024 season, especially since in 2023 he had like 100 receptions as a rookie. So hopefully a good bounce back year out of Dalton Kincaid. All right, so now Replays. What's your guess for tight end A here?
Could you redo the stats real quick?
He had 47 receptions, 55 targets, 474 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
My first guess is way off.
I'm going to go Travis Kelce.
That is incorrect. Tight end A is Cole Kmet.
Oh.
Yeah. I knew I was going to blindside y'all with this.
So
though.
I picked a better tight end.
You did. So good on both of you. So tight end A, we're going to do the who would you rather have first, okay? Tight end A had 88 receptions, 111 targets, 884 yards, and 8 touchdowns. This tight end, I couldn't believe that this. I can promise y'all will never guess tight end A, but at the same time, I personally would have never guessed tight end A.
How many touchdowns?
8 touchdowns. 8? He actually has the most touchdowns of tight ends on this list. Okay, now tight end B. Listen to me, guys. This in here is going to be tough. Okay, he had 111 receptions, 147 targets, 1,146 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. So he had way more. He had way more yards.
I know who that is.
Okay, so
I know who tight end B is.
Who would y'all rather have though? Tight end A.
Tight end A.
You're taking tight end A.
I'm taking them 8 touchdowns,
So
but I don't know who it is.
You both would rather have tight end A.
Yeah.
I know
okay.
Who they both, I know who they both are.
I know
Can
who
y'all?
the second
All right.
one is.
Who's tight end A? Replays. Guess first.
Trey McBride.
Wrong.
No.
Who's
George Kittle?
wrong?
Oh.
Tight end A. This here's gonna blow your all's mind. This is gonna blow your all's mind. Tight end A. That's Jonnu Smith.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That blew my mind. Okay.
I didn't think he got that much touchdowns. I knew he got.
Can I go first on B? Because I know who B is.
Go ahead.
B is too.
B's Trey McBride.
Who's B?
No. Brock Bowers.
B is Trey McBride. Yeah. See, this is a fun segment. I told y'all would like this. All right, one more round, and then we're going to move on. All right. Tight end A had 97 receptions, 133 targets, 823 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So tight end A, it actually kind of blew my mind on his stats also this season because I thought, I'm not going to say anything else because I'm going to give it away. Okay. Tight end B had 112 receptions, 153 targets. That's a lot of targets. Well, actually, tight end A had 133 targets. So that's still a lot of targets. Had 1,194 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Who would y'all rather have? Who would y'all rather have? Tight end A or tight end B? B?
B.
How about you?
And I think I know why.
How many touchdowns on A?
A had 3 touchdowns. B had 5 touchdowns. They both had close to about the same targets and close to about the same receptions, believe it or not. It's just a matter of tight end B had about 200 yards more receiving.
You want tight end B here.
You like A?
I like A.
All right, who's tight end A, guys?
Let me guess. Let me go first.
Tight end A, yes.
Oh, for A, I'll let him go first on A because I'm not sure on A, but I know who B is.
How about you go first on A and then you can go last on B? How does that sound? Because you know who B is.
Is the first one Njoku?
Wrong.
Okay, never mind. I know who the second is.
I was thinking Micah Gesicki.
Wrong. Tight end A is Travis Kelce.
3 touchdowns?
But he still had 130 plus targets and 97 receptions. Everybody said he fell off hard, but looking at his stats, he actually did pretty dang good.
How many yards did he get?
823. That's probably where everybody hates on him.
Not bad at all.
But
that's pretty bad.
Everybody said he fell off hard, but he actually did okay.
Let's get into the real pick here. Replays who you think it is.
Who's tight end B? Brock Bowers? Yeah. Brock Bowers? This is Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't want to pick B because I knew it was Brock Bowers.
So see, that was actually a really fun segment, wasn't it?
That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. All right. So next question.
Right. Y'all ready to segue into some trades?
Yep.
Let's talk about what do you all think here of the Micah Parsons being traded to the Packers deal? Chinn, again, let's have you go first on this.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. About the only thing I don't like about it is I think the Cowboys should have maybe got like another pick. Nothing crazy. Definitely not another first, I don't think. Probably a second or a third round pick on top of it. But, and hear me out, everybody. Hear me out. I understand like Micah Parsons is in his prime, but just listen to me. He struggled to stay healthy on the field last year, okay? He's not healthy right now. He's not in football shape. He hasn't been in training camp. He hasn't practiced. Or at least he's been in training camp, but he hasn't practiced. He hasn't played in games. Like, so what's going to happen if he goes to Green Bay and they're trying to rush him along to get him on the field and 2 weeks into the season he tears an ACL? Like, and then on top of it, the Cowboys didn't have to pay him anything. They tried to pay him. They tried to make a few contract offers. Jerry Jones came out and said that he offered him one contract that was going to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league, and they agreed on the deal, but Micah Parsons' agent turned it down. Micah Parsons' agent actually said, and I'll quote his words, to stick that up their ass. So Jerry Jones owned him for the next 3 years. He didn't have to pay him for the next 3 years if he didn't want to. So, and then on top of it, he struggled to stay healthy last season. We don't know what his health is going to be this season because he's just not ready to play. Like, you never knew. Like, how many times have we seen it? Players sit out, just sitting out. Look at Brandon Ayuk last year. He sit out all training camp, all offseason, holding out, saying, hey, I want a new contract. I want a new contract. 4 weeks into the season, blew his ACL. And y'all saw how inconsistent he was the first 4 games. Like, we see it all the time. And then another thing to even add on to it, what are the Packers? They're basically the Cowboys now, just without the credibility that the Cowboys get. The Packers choke all the dang time. They're like, who the Packers should have been a better team than what they were last year. Hopefully they're a really good team, especially with Micah Parsons. You should, on paper, be one of the best teams in the NFC now. And like, they choke, and because of that, they get decent draft spots. So, like, the Cowboys, they're most likely going to probably get at least one top 20 pick out of this. So, and then which they could trade their 2 first-round picks for an even higher first-round pick if they want. They could try to get Arch Manning. They could try to do all kinds of things with it. So, I don't love the trade. I'm not saying it's a great trade. I'm just also saying that, like, it's not as bad as people making it sound. Kenny Clark is a defensive tackle Pro Bowler. He's a great defensive tackle that they're going to have for 3 to 4 seasons in his prime, and he's a lot cheaper than Micah Parsons. And he's been on the field. He's been playing in training camp. He's been practicing. So he's ready to go next week. Micah Parsons, we don't know what the status of his health is right now. We don't know if he's like in straight football shape, he's going to ball out this year, or if he's just going to get hurt in the first week of the season. We don't know that. We literally don't. It's all speculation. And it's hard to commit $200 million to a guy that has a bunch of uncertainties around him.
Well, that is true. And with all that being said, though, replays, what's your opinion on it?
All right. I agreed with a couple things you said, but just on the Packers standpoint, like, I like the trade from the Packers. It's bold. I mean, their defense, it's really helpful for their defense because they were a 13th ranked defense last year. Pretty good for, being a mediocre team, like Chinn said. I agree on that. But on the standpoint on the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, you just I don't want to hate on him. It was a good trade. He's not going to play for you. You want to get what you can, but you're going to let your first round draft pick with immense talent, who is your leader of your defense, and you just, you get a new defensive coordinator back in, you're looking good on defense, and then you're just like, boom, bombshell. And then there goes Micah Parsons to Green Bay, and he's over there just making Green Bay's defense better. I don't understand why, like, during the contract stages, I don't know how many people that are watching have seen Stephen A. Smith's press conference, or not press conference, one-on-one with, Cowboys GM. But, Jerry Jones, come on, man. It is unacceptable for you to let Micah Parsons' agent not get involved. Micah Parsons was in the conversation with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. asked, what happened? And Jerry Jones said, Micah called me. But Micah's story says he went to Jerry and for a team meeting on a leadership program, and it ended up turning into a contract negotiation. If Micah is telling the truth, that is against NFL Players Association's rules, and I don't agree with anything Jerry Jones did, and refusing to talk to his agent. Micah Parsons' agent was a well-renounced agent, very smart agent, gets deals for his players. And I don't understand Jerry Jones's standpoint with letting all that talent go to waste and shipping him off to Green Bay for 2 first-round picks. Like Chinn said, I do agree. I wanted a little more. I mean, Micah Parsons is worth so much to your team. 2 first-round picks and a defensive player, I'm pretty sure. It's all right, but Micah Parsons is worth 4 to 5 first-round picks, in my opinion. He is that good. I mean, look at it. He just got paid the most by any NFL player of all time, any position. Great for Micah Parsons. Don't understand with his back concerns. Like Chinn said, he's sitting out all preseason. Don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to play? Is he going to hurt his quote-unquote back even more? Don't know what even is going on in that situation. But
well, the
Micah
thing about his
Parsons-
back, so quote-unquote, for that's
quote
that's
unquote.
just to keep him, that way he could fight for a contract, because you can't disprove back tightness. That's why they said that his
Yep.
back, quote-unquote.
Yeah, that's why I was like, quote unquote. Just saying though. You know, if Micah Parsons hasn't practiced at all, what's going to happen with Micah Parsons in Green Bay? He hasn't trained at all. What's gonna happen with him stepping on the field week 1 or 2, not having anything under his belt? Are they going to force him to play that early, or are they going to slowly get his game time and match fitness up? So it's going to be interesting. But that trade is very bombshell trade for Green Bay. I really like the boldness. And for Jerry Jones, just disappointed in him for being such a great owner for the past 40 years, 30, 40 years.
Hey,
All right.
so when you said Micah Parsons is the leader of that defense, did you mean like leader on the field or off the field as well? Like he keeps the team together. He's the one that's like giving the speeches in the locker room. Is that what you're meaning? Because like,
No, I'm meaning like a leader by play.
okay, all right. Because in my
'Cause
opinion,
the
whenever
off the field leader was definitely Dak Prescott and Dexter Lawrence last year.
yeah, well Dexter Lawrence was on the Giants, so and he went from the Panthers. So
Yeah, not Dexter. What was his name?
there is a guy
Lawrence?
named Lawrence on that
Yeah.
team, but I can't think of who he is.
Lawrence. I forget his first
Different
name.
Dexter,
Sorry.
different Lawrence.
Yeah, different Lawrence.
But as far as like the whole leadership role and stuff like that, if you're an off the field leader, in my opinion, you got to suit
don't
up
do
and
that
play.
shit.
Yeah, you got to suit up and
Yeah.
play. You don't sit out. You don't make a scene, because then you just become a distraction to the team and the players. And
Yeah, you hurt your own teammates, your own
yes,
brothers.
yes, exactly. And that's not being like a great mentor. That's not being a great brother to your teammates and stuff like that by sitting out and hanging them out to dry on the field. So it is what it
definitely.
is.
All right. Well, let's move on here to the Bengals. Let's talk about the Trey Hendrickson contract. Replays, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, so with this Trey Henderson contract, props to him. He got his money. And he did it in the right way, unlike Micah Parsons. He did want his money and all, but on the Bengals side, I don't think this is even gonna help them, to be honest. Joe Burrow obviously probably has the number 1 offense in the league. Bengals defense last year, 25th defense in the league, averaging almost 400 yards a game, which was 21st in the league. And they averaged about 125 rushing yards a game, which is freaking terrible. Even with that sign-in, is that defensive line even going to be still good? I don't think so. Bengals defense needs a whole rework. They're gambling this year because of all those 3 signings, those 3 superstars they have on their offense, not including Chase Brown and that 3 superstars. The 3 superstars that they signed, they're gambling on rookie defensive players who don't have those key leaders. Obviously, they just re-signed him, but they don't have many key leaders next to them. He's on the defensive line. Like rookies that instantly get thrown into a jungle of hell don't usually do good. So I think this Bengals signing is good for him. For the Bengals organization, it is good, but they were 25th defense with him last year. You didn't sign anyone else in addition to him. How is that defense going to get better just by re-signing what they had last year? Obviously, he's a really good player. He got the top sacks on his team, obviously. His team is not good. He gets the ball back for his offense sometimes, but they don't have any superstars, any good players in their secondary to help Joe Burrow out on. It's just like 50. He's Joe Burrow scoring 40 points and losing consistently. That secondary is buns. I like to sign in, but it's not good enough, Bengals.
All right. Shinnigan, what's your take on it?
So, I mean, it's only a 1-year deal. It's like $30 million or something, $20 million of it guaranteed. So it's not like it's like a crazy deal. So next year, Trey Hendrickson's still going to be a free agent next year regardless. But I like the deal. I love Trey Hendrickson. I really do. They did get a new defensive coordinator, so I feel like you look at it on paper, if you actually look at some of the players on that Bengals defense, they should probably be better than 25th in the league. Your offense shouldn't have to score 40 points a game and then still lose most of them games. So hopefully with the new defensive coordinator coming in, hopefully that Bengals defense will be better. But my biggest concern is exactly what we was just laminating with Micah Parsons. It's like Trey Hendrickson hasn't been practicing. He hasn't been in training camp at all. He's been sitting out. What's he actually going to be like this season? Is he ready? Is he football shape ready to go out on a field next week and be able to play 50 to 60 snaps on defense? Can he do that? And can he do it consistently and get sacks and play at the high level he was playing at last year? The answer is now, if you ask me right now, I don't think he can, because like we've seen it too many times and too many examples when players sit out training camp, when you hold out, you tend to have an injury-prone season because of that. Now, is that on the player for not practicing and not staying in football shape, or is that on the organization for not getting a deal done sooner? That remains to be seen. Like you can say, like if you ask 100 people, 50 of them is going to say player, 50 of them is going to say org, but we don't actually know what happens behind the scenes. Like, did they try to get a deal done? Was it just, hey, if you don't sign it, or if you don't sign this contract, you're not going to play this season? Is it just a pissing match between both sides? Like, you never know. I absolutely despise it. I despise it when players and organizations cannot come together on a deal much sooner, and it's just a pissing match, and it leads to a player sitting out all offseason, all workouts, all training camp, and then they're injured 4 weeks into the season, and their season's done. I despise it. I despise it. I can't even begin to tell you how much I hate seeing that year after year, and it's every single year. Next year, we're going to see the same thing from a different player. It's always the same stuff. So I encourage the organizations and the players to get deals done sooner. We shouldn't be at late August still trying to sign players. This should have been done a month and a half ago. Everybody knows that their contract's expiring. Like Trey Hendrickson right now, you're on a 1-year deal. So come February of next year, February 2026, you have 6 months at that point to get a deal done by August. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same predicament that you're in now. So it should be everybody's top priority to get a long-term deal done at the end of February next year. It should be everybody. That way you can be in shape. You can be ready. You can go. That's my biggest concern with it. I love the contract. I love Trey Hendrickson. Congrats to you. I hope it leads to a big long-term deal, and I hope that you're able to stay on the field and stay healthy. But I just have concerns that he's going to be hurt 4 or 5 weeks into the season, and the season's going to be done.
All right, fair enough. Let's switch it back over to Micah Parsons for a second, but let's talk more on the Packers' expectations of Micah Parsons. Chinnigan, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, expectations, they should realistically, with their weapons on offense now and their weapons on defense, and Jordan Love expecting that he's going to be fully healthy. I know he's got a thumb surgery that he had on his left hand, but apparently it's like a non-issue at all and everything's going to be okay. Realistically, they should go 12-5 this season. Just saying it straight up. But because, I mean, you have your Showtime superstar stopper on defense now that can literally get after the quarterback for you and get you the ball on offense. That's gonna lead to wins. So realistically, they should go 12-5. Will they? Remains to be seen. I mean, it's like I keep wrapping back to the same points right now tonight. Is Micah Parsons going to be effective on the field this season after missing all of training camp, after sitting out all training camp? Is he healthy? Is he ready to go? Is he going to stay healthy all season? Like, if Micah Parsons goes down 3 weeks into the season, you realize how devastating that is for the Packers, knowing that you don't have a first-round pick next year now, and you just lost the guy that you just traded, and not to mention you lost your only other Pro Bowler on that defense in Kenny Clark because y'all just shipped his ass to Dallas. You realize how deflating that will be for all Packers fans. Like, right now, the Packers, they are all in on this football season. They're literally all in on trying to win now. Because you got Micah Parsons, you have Jordan Love, you drafted Matthew Golden in the draft in the first round. So right now, the Packers, they have all the pressure of the entire world raining down on their shoulders right now. And I really hope this does not bite them in the butt. Because one wrong thing, if Micah Parsons go down and that defense is just horrendous all season and the Packers can't even, let's say the Packers are like the Bengals last year. You can't score enough to win the game. And let's say they have a top 10 draft pick that the Cowboys get next year, that will be devastating. That's beyond devastation if that happens. And not to mention they just committed $200 million to Micah Parsons. So they are all in right now. They're literally all in. And let's hope that they can cash out on this.
All right, replays. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just like I'm going over the same points with my answer here, but like Chinn said, they are expected to be a first to four, first to five seeded team in the NFC. I think their division right now on expectations with the Lions on like a low end right now, and the Bears kind of on the come up, and the Vikings, mid pack. I think they should be number one in their division. Kind of like Chinn said, the amount of wins that he said, I assume he's agreeing with me. But I think they should be the first seed, which should get them either the third or fourth seed in the NFC. And I think they need a win at least 1 to 2 playoff games. They need a guaranteed win 1. I would like to see them win 2.
I agree with that.
With Micah Parsons on that franchise, like, I don't see anyone else disagreeing with me. I think the Packers just set their standards so high. I like Jordan Love as a player. I hope this doesn't make him have too much pressure on him as a young quarterback, having his first couple years, as a bench player to Rodgers and then finally getting his chance. I think it was 2 years ago. You remember that bad pass in the playoffs to throw a pick, and last year got knocked out of the playoffs. With him, Jordan Love, I hope he does really good this year with Golden. And I hope Jaden Reed gets back. And Romeo Doubs, he's a dog. I hope he gets traded, though, because he would be great in fantasy if he gets traded. But I hope the Packers really do good this year. I like Pack. I wish Jair Alexander was still there. He brought life to that Packers team. His favorite lines, go Pack. Pack is back, lines like that to just get the fans going. And I hope Micah Parsons can be that sort of influential player for the Packers this year.
Yeah, speaking one more thing on that, did you all know that the Cowboys over-under on wins dropped down to 6.5 after the Cowboys traded him? So they're only expected to get
6.5?
6.5 is their over-under now.
Oh,
so it's
I don't condone sports betting, viewers, but you better hit that money line right now.
It's like, if you look at it on paper, the Cowboys still have a decent team. It's like, I don't know what the hate is on them and stuff like that. I get it's Jerry Jones and they're America's team and whatnot, but it's like all the pressure in the world right now is on the Packers to succeed, and everybody's just saying like, oh, the Cowboys are done. They're only going to get 5-6 wins this season now, and I'm just like, realistically, they
play the
should.
Giants twice. You should easily have 9-10 wins.
Like they should, they should easily. They should still at least make the playoffs. It's like I don't, and like the thing is like the Cowboys have no pressure now. They literally have no pressure to get a deal done to win a game. There's no pressure on them now. And while the Packers have all the pressure on them, so maybe this is going to catapult Dallas into having a decent season just out of nowhere.
Very well could. Let's hope not. Let's get into our last topic and let's get out of the NFL for a second. Let's switch over to college football. who are y'all most excited for with college football starting up this weekend? What's the matchups y'all want to see? Replays, would you like to start us out?
Yeah, so there's a couple matchups I like, but I'm gonna go with the rivalry Alabama versus Florida State University. You know, this is gonna be a really good rivalry game for Week 1. I like Bama, Roll Tide. You know, Bama's a good team to watch, and this rivalry always feeds. You know, Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. You know, my dogs. They went 9-4 last year, and they averaged 33.8 points a game. So I think this is going to be a shootout for Alabama and Florida State University this weekend. I think it's Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm happy college football is back.
All right, Chinn again, what about you?
Well, me being a Colts lover and stuff like that, like, obviously everybody know where I'm going with this, you know. At the time of us recording this, there's actually a college football game on right now that's actually 13-10 in the fourth quarter. So I might turn that on right after this goes off, or right after we're done here, just to finish that off, just to actually see some football, regular season football. It just sounds so exciting. But as a Colts fan, huge Peyton Manning fan my whole life, I gotta say Arch Manning, man. I'm wishing, yeah, you're right. I'm praying right now that, like, don't get me wrong, I want the Colts to do good and prove everybody wrong, but a part of me, I wouldn't be sad if the Colts went ahead and tanked this season and then drafted Arch Manning next year. I would not be sad. I can't even begin to tell y'all what I wouldn't give up to have Arch Manning under center for the Indianapolis Colts next year. I can't even tell y'all what I would do. Like, and then like we make a trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, we make a trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. Who wouldn't want to see Harrison or Manning to Harrison? Who wouldn't want to see that again? Like it would just be so exciting. So Texas, Ohio State,
Get McDonald's.
Yeah.
No, there's food at home, honey. The food at home. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. In retrospect, I never wanted Anthony Richardson, okay? For anybody that's a follower of me,
you wanted CJ Stroud.
I freaking said 1,000 times, like, I'd rather have nobody as a quarterback than have them draft Anthony Richardson. What did they do? They drafted Anthony freaking Richardson. And I was like, that's a bust. Three quarters into his debut, he is done for the season.
Jones up at center.
Yeah. I mean, a part of me hopes. A part of me as a Colts fan just wants us to go 1-15 this season, or 1-16, whatever, just so we get the number 1 overall draft pick and we take Arch Manning next year. That's a part of me wants that to happen. But
so you're betting under on the Colts wins this year?
Nah, I think they're gonna be sneaky. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that like we're getting a little off topic here, but I think with the players that the Colts have on defense, the only thing that the Colts need is a game manager, which is exactly what Daniel Jones is. Think about it. We have a superstar running back. Daniel Jones' best season in the NFL ever was that season he had a full healthy Saquon, and look what they did. They went to the playoffs. You know, he's got a generational talent at wide receiver in what's his name? I'm drawing.
Josh Downs.
No. Tight end. We just drafted him.
Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren. Thank you. We got a generational talent at tight end we're gonna feed. Michael Pittman, he's gonna do okay, and then that defense, like, if you see the players the Colts have on defense, good luck. DeForest Buckner, Zaire Franklin, Shavarius Ward, Kenny Moore, Cam Bynum. Like, that secondary is literally the Legion of Boom 2.0.
In my 12-man.
That secondary is the Legion of Boom 2.0. We got Xavier Howard.
Don't go that far.
We got Jalen Jones. Like, good
It's a good
luck.
defense, but don't go to the
Good
Legion of Boom.
luck. Good
All right,
luck.
I think that's all the time we have today, guys. We're going to have to go ahead and wrap this up. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for watching today. Hopefully you all leave in the comments what you all are most excited for the college football and the NFL season in the comments. Let us know what you all thought about the Micah Parsons and Trey Hendrickson trades, and we'll catch y'all next time.